Hello everyone and welcome back to the Mangle Nerdy channel. I'm Miss Mangle and today we are reviewing Interview with the Vampire. Woohoo! Okay guys, so these books were absolutely my favorites growing up. I loved the Vampire Chronicles, Interview with the Vampire, Queen of the Damned, just all of them. I absolutely loved them. The Vampire Lestat, just all those books. But I figured this would be perfect for the month of Halloween, which again, guys, happy Halloween. I'm probably going to say that a lot throughout this whole month, but I hope you guys have a happy and safe Halloween. But anyways, guys, without further ado, let's get into this, shall we? This 1994 film is a fantasy drama with a runtime of 2 hours and 3 minutes. It's based on the amazing books with the same name by Anne Rice. Rice is known for this book series and for this book she's associated with. The books are called, like I said before, The Vampire Chronicles. This film is directed by Neil Jordan. Jordan has directed such films as the 1992 film The Crying Game, the 2009 horror film Greta, and the 2002 film The Good Thief. This film has an amazing star-studded cast, which includes Tom Cruise as Lestat, an aristocratic vampire who turns Louis. Cruise is played in such movies like the 1986 film Top Gun and is the lead actor in all the Mission Impossible movies. Sorry guys, I don't know the exact dates on those. Also in this amazing cast, we have Brad Pitt. Pitt has played in such movies as the newly released Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and the 1999 film Fight Club. Pitt plays the role of Louis, the main character who gets turned by Lestat in this film. Next in this amazing cast is Kirsten Dunst as Claudia, a young girl who gets turned by Lestat after her mother is stricken with the plague, to keep Louis company and keep him with Lestat. Dunst has played in such movies as the 2002 film Spider-Man and the 1995 film Jumanji. Also we have in this cast is Christian Slater as Daniel Malloy, the eager reporter interviewing Louis. Slater has played in such movies as the 1988 film Heathers and the 1996 film Broken Arrow. And last but not least, we have Antonio Banderas as Armand, the leader of the Parisian coven of vampires who put on a dark theater show for humans. Banderas has played in such movies as the 1995 film The Mask of Zorro and the 2001 kids film Spy Kids. Okay guys, and now to the summary of this film. If you haven't already seen this film, which I highly recommend you guys do, please skip ahead to the time mark on the screen as seen here. Also, I highly recommend you guys pick up the novels, the novel by the same name from Anne Rice. It's my absolute favorite, guys, and honestly, to tell you the truth, it's better than Twilight. Twilight fans, please don't come after me. Okay guys, without further ado, let's get into this, shall we? Our main character is Louis, born as an 18th century lord, is now a bicentennial vampire, telling his story to an eager young reporter named Daniel Malloy. Louis starts into his interview explaining how after the death of his wife and child, he felt suicidal, and that's when he met Lestat, a vampire who persuaded him to choose immortality over death and become his vampire companion, which Louis agrees to. Eventually, gentle-hearted Louis decides to leave his violent maker, and that's when Lestat guilts him into staying by turning a young girl, Claudia, whose addition to their little family breeds more conflict. Eventually, Louis finally breaks free of his violent maker, Lestat, by violent means, and travels to Europe with Claudia. They end up in Paris, where they meet Armand, a leader of a theatrical coven. After Armand discovers Lestat has met his unfortunate demise, he has his coven members capture Claudia and has her killed by a sunlight chamber. Enraged, Louis kills the coven and nearly dies in a massive fire to destroy them. Many centuries later, Louis runs into Lestat. Lestat asks Louis to join him once more, and Louis refuses. After finishing the interview, Malloy tries to convince Louis to turn him. Disgusted by this, Louis scares Malloy out to his car. As Malloy speeds away, Lestat is sitting in the back seat and attacks Malloy. Okay, now to my final thoughts. I absolutely loved this film. As far as a book to movie adaptation goes, it was pretty good. Y'all don't come at me in the comments saying, but they left out this part and they put in this part. That's to be expected in most adaptations. I sympathized with Louis. All he wanted was a family, but every time he tried, the curse of being a vampire got in the way. I think Brad Pitt put life into the character of Louis. I also think Tom Cruise's portrayal of Lestat was great for this movie. He made Lestat have a level of evil that suited this character. But in the same sentence, guys, I didn't like his character after seeing the sequel, Queen of the Damned. Once I saw that film, I thought Stuart Townsend did a much better job of playing Lestat. As far as Claudia's character goes, she was a wonderful character. Kirsten Dunst was very mature for her age, only being a child in this role. Believe me when I say that child actors and actresses, sometimes they stutter over their lines, they have troubles, they're just... It's kind of a known thing in cinema with child actors and actresses, but she was very mature for her role, and she did it wonderfully. The different scenes and the score to this were amazing to me. I absolutely loved how the music conveyed the more serious tones, but at the same time, they would play a little bit lighthearted when there were little good moments. There were little good moments sprinkled in and out of this, and it was a good change of pace. I would highly recommend this film to anyone, as well as the novels by Anne Rice. If you have not read those, I highly recommend you do. But with that being said, guys, what are your guys' thoughts on this? Do you like this film? Do you also like the Queen of the Damned film, which that one is actually going to be on this list for the month of Halloween, which again, guys, happy Halloween. I hope you guys have a happy and safe holiday season. But with that being said, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the little bell to get notified of my videos. Anyways, guys, this is Miss Mangle with the Mangle Nerdy channel. You guys be you, be nerdy. Have an awesome day. Bye.